And we're back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 14, episode 14. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great week that is ahead of you. And I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. We are done with the First Stand 2025 tournament, and this was the first winter split international tournament for League of Legends, and Hanwha Life Esports has won First Stand. I'm pretty sure that is no shock to any person that was actually watching this event, because it truly felt like no team that went to this event could actually straight up beat Hanwha Life Esports in a best of 5 or a best of 3. And then we are finally going to be moving on to the spring split portion of the year. And then after that, we might have EWC, but if we don't have EWC later on, basically like midsummer, then we just are going to be, in a summer split, EWC period potentially, and then we'll be at, Worlds later on during the year. And I always tell you guys this. We will always have the Red Bull tournament at the end of the year when no one gives a fuck about playing anymore. But we will end up having that at some point. And we will always just laugh at how bad other people really are at League of Legends. So we were going to have a few more episodes of the show earlier on this week, but I was actually really, really tired from work and my eyes were hurting so bad that I...
Man, we here now. Let's start the show.
God, why you guys gotta yell at me, man? Why can't you just love on me? Why can't you just love on me? Why can't you just love me?
Like what someone says, don't say what you did do. Let's say what we did do. We're here. We're gonna start the show. Yeah, this is a great tournament. This was a tournament of all times. We got a champion of all times.
I will say this, because the day that we were supposed to have the episode, I was going to probably just go off so hard. Guys, I probably would have got banned on YouTube because I wanted to say things that were literally so beyond crazy against Team Liquid that I actually was like, you know what? It's probably better not to go live today because my brain actually just couldn't even fathom what I saw in that series. That Hanwha Life Team Liquid series was a best of 3 of all time. Truly like a series of all time. Like, goddamn, Team Liquid, holy fucking shit. What's that sign where it says our expectations were low, but holy fuck? Yeah, that's just Team Liquid, So where do we even want to begin? Because there's a lot to go over. So from the last time we had an episode of the show, it was on Thursday, and we were basically going over like all of the tiebreaker scenarios. And that was another thing that just kind of bothered me about like just the tournament in general, was like everyone made a big deal about, okay, this tiebreaker is this and this and this. If this team wins and there's a 3-way this and all this other stuff. But in reality, when it came to the broadcast, it was basically, hey, if CFO beats Top Esports, then Karmine Corp is in. If Team Liquid beats Hanwha Life Esports, then Top Esports is out. It's that simple, right? It's just that simple. Because if Top Esports were to beat CFO, Karmine Corp would be like eliminated, and obviously you would have that scenario. Like, I don't know why people made the whole like tiebreaker scenario as crazy as it was. It was just a very simple one. Hey, if this team beats that team, then they're in. That's it, honestly. That was just kind of one of the more nitpicky things I have. Because Chaz wanted to talk about the whole tiebreaker, scenarios that we would have had in the tournament if they chose to play out games. But it wasn't the fact that like Chaz is wrong. The problem with playing out tiebreakers in this tournament makes it jank, like you said on Thursday, remember? So remember how you pointed out that every team already kind of beat each other? Well, then that's the problem, though. Because, like back in the day when Worlds had that group stage format you were accustomed to watching when you first started. So, like, essentially, let's say there were 4 teams in a group back in the day. This was like before the Swish stage system came in for Worlds later on. So, like, if a team beat each other, let's just say like I beat you and then we play again and you beat me, then we play a tiebreaker because we be even, right? It'd be a one-on-one match, right? Because there's a problem with this tournament with that logic that people are bringing out. The reason why you technically can't have tiebreakers is because there isn't another round for you to play against each other, right? So We use Team Liquid and Karmine Corp. So Team Liquid beat Karmine Corp, right? Okay, so the way the tournament's structured, they don't face off against each other again, right? So Karmine Corp ended up beating Top Esports, and they lost to kind of everyone else, right? CFO ended up beating Top Esports, Karmine Corp, and Team Liquid, right? They actually just beat all of them. So they wouldn't have a tiebreaker anyway, and Hanwha Life went undefeated. So since there's kind of like no way for them to face off against each other again, just based on how the tournament is structured, you technically can't have a tiebreaker because they would have not had they do have a head-to-head, but there's not like a solidified, hey, I beat this team like twice, like how it would be in other tournaments that League has held over the years, right? Team Liquid would just have it because they just kind of already beat them, you know? That's why the tournament having less teams creates that problem. I believe they should have played out tiebreaker games because every team ended up literally outside of CFO and Hanwha Life, 1-3, 1-3, 1-3. But Top Esports, because if we were going by the actual match record, Top Esports, didn't they have a worse match record, game loss record than Team Liquid? I think at some point they did.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Because they got two, I'm trying to see who they got. They got 2-0.
They got 2-0 by Karmine Corp. They got 2-0 by CFO. They got 2-0 by Hanwha Life. So that's 0-6.
Yep.
That's just crazy. And like Team Liquid almost didn't make it in because Karmine Corp had taken a game off them. I'm like, Top Esports just literally lost 0-6 straight up 0-6.
Yeah.
You know?
But they beat Team Liquid, and I think they beat Team Liquid 2-0. Yeah. They were 2-6.
Mm-hmm.
Team Liquid was.
Team Liquid went 2-1 and then proceeded to go 0-6-2. Yeah, that means Team Liquid and Top Esports, since they had a similar game score record, would be a tiebreaker.
Yeah, because when I looked at that, I was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, that Karmine Corp bringing them in game series was saved them.
What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? Miss Sparkles. Do you want some Chaz loving? I'll give you Chaz. You know, he's got a good job. He got an 8-inch. He can thrust really good, and he's really good at being black. Would you like? And she loves chocolate, and she loves when men put their weight on her. She said in the chat, remember? I was like, I love when men put their weight on me. Come on, man. Layups. Dunking. Space Jam dunk right there. But no, in all seriousness, it's just and the reason why you can't even really have that as a scenario is because there's just not enough teams at the tournament. And I understand it's winter. They kind of want to get it over with. Like when you have sex with a girl, like you feel like it's an obligation. You just kind of just go do it. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And it's just over, right? Yeah. What they need to do next year is, I know people are probably going to say, would you allow Korea to have one more team? Probably. It would create a scenario where there's an even amount of teams, so you would have an even amount of games going, and the records would match up to a point where you would need a tiebreaker potentially, unless you want to just have a straight top four.
I don't think that's. I think and this is something that they're not right, but one of the regions needs to redo. LTA needs to go back to LCS CBLOL and have the CBLOL team as a 16. Don't get ran over too, but it's like. Because
CBLOL team going 0-10 drop. They ain't winning a game. Yeah. They're not winning a game in a best of 3, and they're just gonna go. They're gonna basically lose every single game.
Having two Korean teams
that might actually be way too much at this point. Yeah,
having two Korean imagine it was Holland if Gen G were there. It would just be them two in the finals. It just be them two in the finals.
Okay. To be fair, how's that any different from any of the other times Korea's basically won everything? Also fun fact: Korea's won every international tournament since Worlds 2023 when T1 won Worlds. So T1 won Worlds 2023. Genji won MSI. T1 won EWC. T1 won Worlds 2024. And Hanwha Life have won first stand. I guess Korea just wins everything at this point because no one wants to effectively challenge them in any way. That's the problem with the tournament. It just I like the idea. I like having international competition. It's fun. As you guys can see, we love doing it for you guys. We love talking league for you guys. But it does feel like this is just a watered down, lower quality LCK. So this would be basically if people said, oh, what if Team Liquid would be in the LCK? That's what they would look like. There's none of this they would do way better than we thought. They got Guys, LCK's played in Lowell Park for weeks on end. That's what they would look like in Lowell Park. They would look like shit. You know? Like, let's be honest here. This is literally basically if all these teams were to be in the LCK as franchise teams and you would see them play in Lowell Park consistently. That's what Team Liquid would look like. That's what Karmine Corp would look like for the most part, essentially, right? So this to me just kind of felt like, well, if I wanted to watch better quality LCK games internationally, but I could watch it domestically, guys, literally, Hanwha Life playing up against T1 was much more competitive than this. Guys, T1 not even in the tournament, and if T1 had been here, they probably shit on these guys too. T1 went, they win. Genji be here, they win. DK goes, they win. Like, I'll be honest here. I guess even
JG,
people said
even Namjoon being here could have won.
Damn that. I don't know, man. Fisher is heavy to carry. I don't know, man.
Not KT because KT get ran over, but everybody else though.
You could throw Bro in this tournament probably. Maybe they win.
Yeah,
you know, like that's where we're kind of at this point now where I guess you could just look at this by a line of logic because Hanwha Life went to 5 games against all these teams. Hanwha Life, Genji, T1, and DK are what the top 4 teams in the world at this point. Yeah. If you look at it, you know, because they've won. How many international tournaments did we just say they won? Like 5? Even one of them that didn't even matter with a very similar format system like this tournament has. T1 won that against the LPL convincingly. Oh, and guess who it was against? Good old Top Esports. Always just uttered shit internationally. That best of fuck, man. Just where is Top Esports after T1? After Faker drove his fist right all up into Cream's ass and just started working him like a puppet, digging all his Asian shit out, just making them drink soy sauce, making them eat egg rolls for dinner. I ain't seen Top Esports. Where Top Esports at? Where are they at? Top Esports never performed well internationally.
Yeah, Top Esports look worse this time than they did last year at MSI.
That's actually insane. Their roster last year was choking. At international events. They look worse this year. They actually look horrible this year. Actually, honestly. You know why?
They got a worse team this year.
But who did they swap out? They swapped out Chris for Mako. Remember that? They swapped out TN for Kanavi. I knew that was a bad trade. TN for Kanavi? Okay, I get it. TN can choke, but like, come on, man. Kanavi is overrated by just the heavens, honestly. Like, Top Esports, holy fucking shit. But Chaz, me, do you want to talk about Team Liquid? All right, so let's start with Team Liquid here. Let's just paint a picture for them. They came into this tournament by winning the LTA 2025 America's Stage Split 1. They were not good in the LTA. Don't let anyone fool you about that. Yeah, they did win. Fair and square, I guess. But they were not the best team. Were pretty bad for the most part of it. They lost to 100 Thieves. They lost to they ended up looking really bad against Isurus, Estral, whatever the fuck it's called now, you know? Like, the fact that they looked that bad against that Brazilian team, the Spanish team, was like, man, this is jank. This is awful here. Like, just perma giga running it down every single game.
Exactly.
I just hate watching this guy play. It's at the point where just, God, man, if this guy even ults on, I'm scared that he's just going to basically just kill his whole team on accident. Just cuts. Yeah. This would be the guy where if he was a mid laner, he would Ziggs ult his own team and blow them up, then blow up the enemy team. Holy mother of God. So Team Liquid, beat Cloud9, who kind of looked better than them throughout the entirety of the LTA 2025 America's Stage Split 1. But Cloud9 have this thing where they just can't kind of perform very well when it matters. And the same issues for Cloud9, keep popping up constantly. And Team Liquid managed to beat them. Team Liquid managed to beat 100 Thieves, even though I thought 100 Thieves was the stronger team going into that best of 5. They did manage to win. And then they start off the tournament beating Karmine Corp, and everyone's talking shit. Everyone's just shitting in Karmine Corp's mouth. Karmine Corp after that, they lose to CFO. They get just oystered. They get completely just demolished, honestly. They basically went, 1-4? The past, because in game record, they went 1-4. Match record, it was 0-4. Completely just getting absolutely fisted, honestly. And they went 0-2. And then now we're at this point where Team Liquid ended up being the team that did make it. And the standings were Hanwha Life, CFO, Karmine Corp, Top Esports, and Team Liquid. Like, Team Liquid just played absolutely worse and worse and worse and worse as the event went on. Completely, just utterly so bad. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start. This is just embarrassing. NA is the worst region. But people are like, but we beat EU. And it's like, all right, if that's all you guys, if that's all you guys want in life, sure. If that's all that matters is just beating EU, which isn't even hard for NA. But
the issue is like we can't even beat the minor region. We can't beat a bunch of 17-year-olds.
Technically, it's a major region if you count the LCP because they merged it. Remember, it's supposed to be a major region.
We can't beat a bunch of 17, 18-year-old little motherfuckers. Like Impact was winning world championships when these kids was probably still in diapers. Like
they probably idolized him. That's the crazy part. Like, oh God, can't beat Asian at Asian. That's true. So you simp for a losing team? No, you're insane. Would you like to have sex later on? I'm joking. So
he's not joking.
Wow, I thought you were on my side. Fuck
you. Not joking.
God damn, I thought you were I thought you were Scottie Pimpin to my Michael Jordan. I thought you were
lying? Am I lying? If she offered, would you take it?
Might as well, you know. You might as well do it, you know.
Whatever.
I got like 4 strokes in me.
That's it, dude. Man.
My back hurt, dog. I'd be throwing that shit out too much, but. So let's just start with Team Liquid. Let's just break all this down. So in one of the games, I don't need to watch it. It's burned in my brain at this point. I mean, I remember I told you about it.
Yeah.
In game 2, Hanwha Life guys picks 3 ADCs: Quinn, Jin, and Tristana. Gets to be on Maokai, and he rushes Leandri's Torment, and then builds Spirit Visage second. Hanwha Life pick 3 ADCs, and then the jungler decides, I need to buy no armor up front.
Yep. See, those are mistakes I would make because I don't know how to build correctly.
I almost lost my brain. They pick 3 ADCs, and he chooses to rush Leandri's Torment. Just go home. Actually, just get the fuck off the stage. I was like, man, if they win this game, they're not winning game 3. Like, the only reason they really won game 2 was because Hanwha Life were trolling out their ass. I'm just going to say right now, I don't really ever feel like they were ever trying at this tournament. Guys, Zeus was literally for funning champions on stage.
Yeah.
Man, motherfucker randomly picked what he picked: Aurora top, Vladimir, just Quinn, Kale. Motherfucker was not trying in this tournament at all. Absolutely just straight up just like, you know, I'm here. I'm getting paid. I'll just kind of stomp them if I want to, but I'll just kind of play some for fun champions to kind of, you know, fuck around. Guys, the reason why no one picks Vladimir is because Riot nerfed his actual damage numbers into an oblivion to the point where, like, even when he was ahead on Vladimir, which looks good, I guess, for him, but the reason why Vladimir does, like, no damage is because they've nerfed him so much into the ground, you know? Like, Zeka doesn't give a fuck about playing up against these guys. He played Vladimir mid, like, God, man. Holy shit. Fucking hell, man. Like, Impact, running it down all tournament, washed out his ass. Doesn't really count as a player. He's just been dog shit since he started his league career. I watched that dog shit motherfucker in LCK. I know he's bad. I knew he was bad when they picked him up. And last year it proved me right. And this year, well, you know, let's be honest here. He's terrible. Ass, pussy, ass, just straight up being ass as usual. He had like one good carry game on Cassiopeia, you know, but to be fair, it's Cassiopeia against Tristana. Yeah. So it's like, if you can't beat Tristana playing Cassiopeia, you probably just need to just quit league and go fucking work at a Starbucks as a barista or some shit. Yeon, it's really hard to blame him when he's the only person trying to do anything on the team. Like, Core JJ doesn't even like sufficiently support him. Core JJ just running around the map, with his head cut off, brains completely fried at this point, trying to get this team to work. Like, then their coach, Spawn, he came back at the end of the split for the LTA to help them in the last best of series, right? But then he announced on Twitter the day before they played Hanwha Live, I'm going to have to start coaching Team Liquid remotely because I want to be with my family. No problem with that. Absolutely no problem with that. And he had said
fuck
that
family. You can see him after you win. The hell? I don't understand that. Like, that's me. Unless it's like some.
I'm not kidding. He literally said, I will just end up coaching them remotely at this point. But he wanted to transition like Swifer and Rainover to be the main coaches. But guys, the reason why Spawn made Team Liquid work as much as they did was because he was the guy to go up to Core JJ and be like, hey, you need to stop being shit. You need to get the team working. Like, because he said Core JJ was the team captain. So as we can see, Swifer is not that kind of guy to go up and be like, hey, get your shit together. Spawn was. Now he's not there. And the reason why they were not good is because, partly in the reason due to the fact that Spawn wasn't there. Notice when Spawn came back, they won their last 2 best of series pretty convincingly. But they won it pretty convincingly.
Oh, no,
yeah. And now when he wasn't there with them, literally it's just a Spawn diff. I didn't notice how much of an impact he had with coaching them until I literally saw them play at this tournament. I was like,
I don't even think more of an impact than impact. That's the crazy part.
Wow.
Thank you for the layup. You got to dunk him.
Oh, can I be in your ass one more time? Joking. So
she'll fuck around there.
Oh my God.
Fuck around have an ass sore after I'm done with her. Like some cheeks.
Oof, man. So I'll ask you, what did you think about Team Liquid? I know you want to talk about them. We had to just completely roast the fuck out of these losers.
Team Liquid got the shit out of this tech, but the issue is they overperform. Something about Spawn being there is what made them good. I don't know if it's something where it's like him in person, like he keeps them more accountable, like in your face than because you can't, when you do it virtually, you can tune somebody out. It's like when someone confronts you in person instead of confronting you, like, because if you ever confront somebody, in person, they have to acknowledge you there. While when you do it over the phone or something where they're not in, they're in person, and you can kind of tune them out sometimes. Even though you don't mean to tune them out, sometimes people just get the, oh, okay, cool, all right, yeah, we'll just, and it's like, the player that mean well, but sometimes some players need that, like, they need that, how you put it, what's the word? They need the comfort of the person being in their face. It's like, and also, I'll say this was the Team Liquid all the time. Sometimes players get a buff, like
and that's what we talk about. Remember how we talked about BDS and the reason why they were somewhat competent last year? The only reason why I ever give them credit, guys, was because it was Stryker who was their coach, who was making it work the way he could. Now we've noticed with some teams when other players go and do whatever, or if like that coach isn't there, they're just not good. Like, that's the problem. If he's coaching remotely, that's not going to help either, because he's not there in person to keep them accountable, Exactly. And keep in mind, they could just lie to him anyway if he's on, because he lives in Australia and he came over to coach in America when Australia basically collapsed with OS, remember?
Yeah.
So he's been here for a while with like Team Liquid Academy. He's been with like a lot of the Team Liquid Academy players that have went up to play in the main team. He was the person that like vouched for Harry to play, but I'm pretty sure he knew he was wrong about that one, and they ended up putting in APA, and they put in APA, and it kind of started working later on as it worked, I guess, like just NA standards. Because APA, guys, he got completely just demolished at the event. He got completely exposed in most of the games, honestly. Like, what does Team Liquid want to do? Like, they can win LCS or LTA, but what does it matter? Like, if they want to be competitively, and keep in mind when I'm saying this, NA being competitively viable at international events doesn't mean anything, because that'll never happen. But for another reason as well, even FlyQuest, people are like, they took Genji to 5 games. still didn't win. I don't care if you can take a team to 7 games. It doesn't matter unless you actually win the series.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't. Oh, so the last time I try to remember this. The last time an LCS team won against a Korean or an Asian team in a best of series was when Cloud9 played Damwon to get out of that play-in stage they had at MSI back in 2021. That's the last time. So we've been 2022, 3, 4. We've went 3 years straight with basically, NA teams just dropping series to LPL and LCK teams. Like, guys, Team Liquid couldn't even beat Top Esports. Guys, Top Esports was terrible at this tournament. They couldn't beat Top Esports. And Top Esports actually looked like a good team against them. Like, what is this at this point? Like, NA is
I don't know what this is.
I really don't know how to help. There's nothing more to say with LTA or LCS. It's just LCS is the worst region. But hey, you know what? They beat Europe. Congrats, people. Congrats. I'm so glad your standards are so low. Is that beating Europe at this point when it's proven NA can just beat Europe? I'm glad that means anything. Hey, you know what? When LTA goes to MSI with the 2 teams, yeah, if they beat Europe, great, awesome. What does that fucking mean anything? Europe isn't good. People don't see how bad Karmine Corp really is. Karmine Corp is not good. I don't care what this tournament showed. Karmine Corp got into semifinals because CFO got them in. They didn't get in because they themselves just beat everybody to get in themselves. CFO beat Top Esports to let Karmine Corp in. Karmine Corp lost to every single team, including Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Except for fucking Top Esports. They lost to every team. And Team Liquid, who's the 5th place team at the event, NA, is probably the worst region at this point. Yeah, they lost to that. Not good. And then the other team yapped yike hard. So I like when people say, "Oh, we have to just cheer for Karmine Corp." I hope European fans are not happy with that performance they have. That's not good. They only got semis because of basically sheer dumb luck.
I'll be happy.
Another team. What?
I'll be happy because it was another team besides G2 winning everything. And I'll be happy because we overachieved.
We want to be happy because of the results. Like, they actually earned it. Like, they didn't even earn semis because they earned it. CFO earned that semis for them, And CFO, in their best of 5 against Karmine Corp, basically just fucking ran it down the first 2 games, which cost them 2 games straight.
Yeah.
They did bring it back in the other 2 games, but imagine a world where CFO don't run it down in those first 2 games and they actually just win one of them, Like, just fucking hell, dude. And then, oh shit! Oh my god! What other team is there? Top Esports, like Jackie Love. Like, I think the guy is a good player, but he's just not having it in this org anymore. Crisp is just washed at this point. Like, Crisp is just not anything of a good player anymore. Who else is there? Cream. It just feels like when there's any level of pressure, Cream just collapsed. Honestly, Cream just completely collapsed. He can't function in a high pressure scenario. In the LPL, he looks really, really good. And playing at home, he looks great. Internationally, he's just nothing. Who's there? Kanavi? Well, he's always been overrated as fuck. He's always been just not good. Remember classic Kanavi picking Belveth in game 4 against T1 at World Semifinals 2023? Oh, great. Classic Kanavi right there. This whole fucking Worlds tournament is on the line here. Let me just give me my precious Belveth. Fucking hell. Blow my fucking brains out. 369, who's just eternally overrated. I'm pretty sure this tournament proved he's overrated. He can't. If people look at Zeus and look at 369 in the same conversation, and you tell me they should be in the same conversation for best top laner, I would just have to assume you're smoking crack. I would just have to assume you're doing lines of coke. I would have to assume that. Because there's no way we just saw what we saw, but we think that 369 is equal to Zeus or Bin or Keen or a few other good top laners in the LCK. Like Zika, if he wasn't really just trash most of the time, has better mechanics, could be better. Fucking Breathe, I believe if he's not just running it down, could be a lot better as well sometimes. But goddamn, is 369 just eternally overrated as hell? God,
I think
holy shit.
He looked good a couple years ago, but that was a couple years ago. That's the sad part. It's like,
yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn. He just looks all types of shit, honestly. He's not affecting the games in any way meaningful. He doesn't really play with his team very well. His team fighting's very off. Like, And to be fair, this top esports team was like a lane swap merchant because like they only really thrived off a lane swap meta. They have to do actual standard 5v5s in the LPL.
Oh, they're done.
Please, BLG, JDG, could you please make sure top esports makes no more international events? Please. They first ever world championship. If you guys remember, they bomb out in top 4, losing to Suning of all teams. They lost to fucking Suning. And then in 2021, I don't think they went to any international events. No, they didn't go to Worlds that year. They didn't. No. 2022. Remember that year you started watching League 2022? They faced Gigabyte Marines. And they had that really close game because remember the Ori ball was disabled. They had the bug. But let's be honest here, they shouldn't have been in that spot to have a close game anyway. They literally should have never been in that spot to have a close game.
All they had to do was just have one more person hit the nexus, and then boom, we don't have to talk about a bug that was there or not there.
Yeah, and that's one of the also reasons why Rogue got to top 8 because Rogue ended up beating them the week before. Remember that, everyone? Yep. Top esports bomb out of Worlds 2022. 2023 rolls around. No, they were not MSI. That was JDG and BLG, right? Yeah. So they obviously were nothing really in 2023 period. 2023 Worlds. Did they make 2023 Worlds? No, that was JDG, BLG, Weibo, and who else was there? LNG. Yep. So 2023, wash, trash, get the fuck out. Oh no, it was a rookie year. Oh my god, that was terrible. People were like, "Oh, rookies should be on top esports." Looked like shit there. Absolutely, just ran.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah,
it was. Yeah. Holy crap! That player, Wayward. Oh.
Yeah, but also that was the year where 369 was on JDG.
You're right. Yeah. Yep. It was crazy. 369 was way better on JDG than it is on top esports.
Oh, he did. Absolutely did.
That's when people started thinking he was like the best top laner. Actually.
He still looked like what he did now then. I think what it was is he didn't have to be the best player. It was.
I mean, he had Knight and Ruler on his team. That's
that was like I think their weak spot was Kanave. It was like, oh okay. It was like I think if JDG didn't have Kanave, they might have won Worlds. Might have. And I'm saying that might have because
T1 Worlds buff is just always a thing no matter what time of year. That was what we said. 2023, 2024. They do go to MSI. They're the only team to get Genji to 5 games, and you're like, oh, okay. Like you could see there's something there with that team, but then a few days later they play G2 and they get 0-3'd.
I was about to say taking Genji. People say, "Oh, I take Genji to 5 games," but did you win?
Genji always play fast and loose like that.
You gotta realize. And I learned this after watching FlyQuest. It doesn't matter. Did you beat him though? Because you gotta think about the 2 games before Game 5 that Genji won. They were absolute stomps. It was like, oh, okay, they can just turn it on when they feel like it. It was like they want cinema. The only team they rather beat 3 up. This is what I realized. The only team they don't like playing around with is T1 because T1 could just do the same thing they do and beat them. Think about this. Genji would joke with everybody, and now Genji would joke with everybody but a Korean team.
Because you notice the way that they played against T1 the week after was not the same way they played against FlyQuest. They were still outclassed by T1 because T1 were just kind of scaling. They were just the better team at that moment.
Plus, don't forget they saw what
and FlyQuest did expose them for certain issues they had, and T1 were like, "Oh, okay, you could just beat them by just doing this."
And then don't forget, every time T1 played Genji, it was like in the best of 5, it was always close. It was always pretty
much close. Yeah. Even the 3-0s that Genji had against them were like it was like. Yeah, it looks like a 3-0 on paper, but if you actually watch the games, they were very, very intense games. Yeah, one very close.
Wasn't one of the 3-0s was Poby?
Oh, the one of the 3-0s that was really close was the Doran one, where Doran looked like he was the actual best top laner. Those 3-0s were very close. Like the spring one, that was easily only because Chovy was carrying them. Like that easily could have just went to their way, So then, top esports. What I noticed about them when they lost to G2, man, they made G2 look like they were fucking BLG, just completely giga gapping them. And then Yike later this year. Gap them again. Guys, Yike is 5-0 against top esports. Yike is just Top Esports daddy, Big Dick Yike out here, just fucking putting his dick all in their ass every year. It's like new year, same Yike, same Top Esports, same international fucking choke artists. They go to Worlds 2024. Well, the story is pretty much there. They beat T1. They get their EWC. Yeah. They play against T1 in the finals, 3-1. Owner just plays in Italy. Fucking just spears and completely just spear chucking them, just completely clapping them. They go to Worlds 2024. They play against T1. Opening day, opening match. They beat them in one game because they protect Jackie Love so well. But we did say, how about you do that in the best of 5? You get your one game. You get your one game. They play in the best of 5, guys, and T1 beat the actual shit out of them. So hard to the point where all their players are crying, and by crying, they were bawling on the floor.
They used farm simulating and beating the shit out of 369. I was like, God damn! It's like, oh, we beat him in the best of 1. It was like, and then it was like, and then Faker heard it, and then he looked over. He was like, trying to smoke these N-words. It was like, boom. They came. I told you beat 17. They come back. They go spray the whole block on your ass. It was like, and when I mean it, it's like,
right? With Hanwha Life, remember? With Hanwha Life, they were giving Team Liquid every layup to win, so they don't have to face Top Esports. Because if Team Liquid beat Hanwha Life there in that scenario, guys, Top Esports don't make it. That's it. Top Esports is out, and they should have been out because we know that if Hanwha Life play against them, it's over. It's GG sweep.
It didn't matter. Honestly, it didn't matter who Hanwha Life was playing. They were smoking them regardless. They would have smoked on the Top Esport pack or the team.
But it goes really amazing if the LPL team, which is supposed to be like the second best team at the tournament, bombs out without even getting to playoffs. Like Team Liquid had a chance to knock out the LPL. We could have been saying that LPL is the worst region in the world. Team Liquid had beat them. I'm not saying it would have been like true, but we could have had those bragging rights.
When we rank the 5 teams and say where they should go from here, I got a glaring admission about Top Esports. It's glaring. It's very glaring about them.
They're straight up like Hanwha, like as you saw, dude. We're straight up 4 funning champions on stage, guys. Zeus would never pick Kale against Keen. That would never happen. People say why? Kale is a champion where she literally doesn't become a champion and do any damage until like level 13. She has to essentially scale as a top laner. She's very easy to dive. She's long range, but obviously if you have any like gap closers on any of your champions on your team, you could just kill her instantly. That's a champion where it's literally playing like League back in the day. You're just scaling. Kale becomes a great champion at level 16, but then again, the game is probably going to be decided by the levels 1 through 15, obviously. Like, he would never pick that shit against Genji. You would never pick that against T1. He wouldn't pick Vladimir against Keen either. Who picking Vladimir in 2025? All the time we face Vladimir in an ARAM, I don't think I've ever lost because Vladimir is a terrible champion. Does 0 damage anymore. Actually, just a horrible fucking play. Horrible champion. Zeus plays Quinn. Why? You don't play Quinn? Why did he just play Vayne? You know, it's crazy. He likes playing ACs. He can play Vayne top. He's played Vayne top before. He was very, very good on it. To be fair, that would be too much disrespect right there. Straight up just completely disrespecting Team Liquid, and they just couldn't win. I'm so dumbfounded by how that happened. Hanwha Life gave them, Here, we want to knock out the LPL. You can make top 4. We'll give you a pity top 4. No. Team Liquid had a pity top 8 against FlyQuest at Worlds last year.
Yep.
Nope. Because APA chooses to pick Kled mid.
We just absolutely run it down. You're like...
I'm not shitting you guys. He picked Kled mid in a deciding game 3 that would have got them to top 8. Holy actual dog shit. Fucking hell, Team Liquid. Holy Christ. I don't even want to watch Team Liquid's game. We'll just go over the finals. This is disgusting, honestly. All right. Okay, so Hanwha Life versus Karmine Corp. Game 1, Hanwha Life were playing very, very loose. You know, Karmine Corp did end up winning that one, but you still never felt like they could win the series too. It always felt really, really close. Yep. Game 2, they completely choked them out. They didn't bother diving them. They didn't bother doing anything. 12 minutes in, they get their first kill, and they just choked them out. Like, they actually just straight up choked them out of the game. They took every objective, every fucking dragon, every Rift Herald, every Void Grub, everything. They just took the fucking house, honestly. I forgot game 3. What was game 3? Jesus Christ. What was game 3? I can't remember.
Shit. Yeah, I'm laying on it too.
Game 3 was the one where Delight played Set.
Yep.
I played Set support. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Stomped them. It's pretty much just a done game. Game 4 is like, they're like, okay, tournament's over. It's over, everyone. You now know we're the best team. This is, oh God, I need to show you guys this level of gameplay. People are going to tell me straight to my face, Karmine Corp's a good team. So this is a decider game 4. Win this, it's game 5. I'll be honest here. It still doesn't matter if it's game 5. They're still going to lose for Karmine Corp. Decider game. Okay? Well, I don't know why Kalista is so, I don't know what's his obsession with playing Draven, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so they're trying to level 1 invade. They have a Pantheon and a Galio and a Draven and a Renata Glass. Very strong level 1 invade there, okay? Well, Delight sees them, and they know Delight sees them, so just kind of call it off, you know? You risk this, the game's over. Okay, Kalista takes an auto, so he knows Delight's there. Why is he wandering by himself? What is wrong with this guy? What the fuck is that? Just get off the stage.
Cocky. He's a cocky little shit.
Gosh. Look at you. This is so disrespectful. And Hanwha, I thought were disrespectful whole tournament, but you know, when you have a 9-inch BBC, you can do whatever the fuck you want, I guess. Look at this. I'm going to really understand what the hell he just did there. He knows he's there. The reason why he knows that's because that's why he's walking there. He hit him. Now you for sure know he's there. So if Delight's there, one would have to assume the ADC is next to him because that's what they do. One would have to assume the ADC is there. And then if you see Yike right here on Vision, because Homo Life placed a ward right there, you would have to know Peanut's going to be there too.
Exactly.
And Kalista just runs in by himself and gets all in. Now he has to. Yep. Now he has no summoners. Goes back to lane. Draven's lead is over. What is that? Draven's biggest thing is going in a lane, having a strong laning phase because it's Draven. Yike, a complete idiot, just following these guys there for no reason. Yike should have already been gone. Yike, you need to leave. You can't save them. But Yike ended up disrespectfully trying to take Raptors at level 1 for Pantheon. What are you doing? He hit level 2, doesn't matter. I swear to God, if he didn't hit level 2 off that, you could just FF the game right there, honestly, at that point. He got level 2, doesn't matter. Because all he has to do is just E against the wall, which he does. Yep, auto, dead. Now Zeus got a shutdown, and is now level, he ended up hitting level 2 off that. So he screws Kana over.
Yeah, I told you, when Kalista plays Draven, it's just...
If he plays Draven, it's an automatic L. He just trashed at Draven. I don't know why he thinks he's a good Draven player.
It's like ride mid. It's like, if you see ride mid, you're like, oh, okay, just pack it up.
That's crazy. Zeka was the only person to win on Rise mid the whole tournament. No, go.
Yeah, of course. Were we ever a fan of Hollow Life ever losing at all? He might drop a game or two just because cinema. Oh, let's make it a game 3. It doesn't even matter at this point. Yeah, it was Team Liquid, but it's like
another thing right here. Kana knows he's down in farm. Knows he is the piece of the engage.
Yep, squishy as hell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, you're squishy.
So they lane swapped. So after getting destroyed by their stupid level 1 invade, Kana got dove here, which is fine. You want to put the cannon down because obviously if he gets ahead, he'll have a really good impact in team fighting to get into the back line. Kana goes mid. So even better for Kana now to be in mid. So that way if you have a team fight, you could just automatically have pretty much easy access to another team fight. Kana wanders Fog of War to do what? And then lightning's forward. What is just bro's brain is absolutely fried, completely just getting tossed around like a fucking Riley Reid in a 6-man gangbang of black dudes. Just got absolutely just giga-gapped. I don't know what Kana's doing. I truly don't know. He was tilted off the face of the earth after that. There's no way he's playing fine. That Gangplank game before this game, he got completely railed. Kana just throughout the tournament just kept playing worse and worse. I'm sorry, he just looked bad as the games went by. Kalista didn't do any favors with how he was playing Draven. Kana, disrespectfully, why is he pushing this far? Why is he pushing this far? He has
Exactly.
no priority to be here. You ain't got no priority. Wastes all guys again. Just fucking hell. Holy mother of God. Just they're all tilted. They can't win this. Their early game advantage that is over. The ADC blew his summoner spells at fucking hell 50 seconds into the game. Jesus Christ. Vladdy by himself in a side lane pushing. Why are we side lane pushing when we have no priority? What are you doing? Like, just game's over. It's over. Like, you can't win from that state of the game. It's over. Hanwha's comp is better. They have better ways of picking them off. They have way more damage. They don't really have technically way more damage. They have just way more better ways of actually making skirmishes happen. They have way better ways of picking someone off and dealing a lot of instant burst damage. Even when Hanwha Life were throwing, it didn't matter. Remember later on in the game, they were like kind of randomly throwing. Like, didn't matter. They were too far ahead. It just did not matter. They could have thrown 3 more times and it wouldn't have mattered because
I'm gonna tell you why it didn't matter. Look at how many towers Hanwha Life has compared to Karmine Corp.
None. 0.
Yeah.
Zero.
The kill score was like, oh, it's close. Nah. 8 goal lead was Karmine Corp, like Hanwha Life wanted to give over some kills. It didn't even matter. Because Karmine Corp hasn't done anything on the map that showed us, oh, this is close. This is a good comeback. It's like, no, your greatest 1-3-3 getting gapped by a 4-1 life. And then you got Gragas that's just going to knock up your 2 squishy.
He had some great Gragas casts this game.
Oh,
they were amazing.
Gosh. 1
11.
I
don't know what his Gragas is like. It feels like it does extra damage if he's playing that shit.
And Turgama's on Renata wasn't bad, but it didn't matter. Oh, I'm gonna help this. Nope, that person will get murked anyway. I'm gonna revive. Nope, it didn't even matter. You could have played Zillion, wouldn't matter.
Yep.
Yikon Pantheon was just okay.
Well, he was already screwed after that level 1 invade.
Yeah.
Where he took Raptors, got level 2 off of it, but gave back the shutdown gold to Zaze. It's because even if you get that as a jungler, it doesn't matter. The point of getting it is to get away with it, and you have an advantage. If you give it back, it just means nothing. And he blew his summoners.
And they use playing Camille as like,
he knows that's not good. Camille is not good right now.
It's not good, but
if it gets Karmine,
Kana, who's a little champion again? I keep forgetting. Kennen is like 2-6-3, no impact. It's like, okay, cool.
Oh god, Kana's build. He rushed Leandries and he got what's the ability
Shadow
for
Flame?
him? Oh my god, Shadow Flame. Yeah, he rushed Leandries, Torment, Shadow Flame. If you don't rush Zonya's second, I think you just need to go home. He got Zonya's third. Why? Like, see right here, like Karmine Corp's comp had more damage than theirs. Didn't matter, but it just doesn't matter honestly because
Pantheon did not build Theros Gauge, and that was one of the differences too. He built Thunder Sky, but it didn't matter.
So bad. Get out. It didn't matter. They didn't even take the inner Nexus turret. They were like, we just win the tournament. It's over. Peanut wins his first international tournament in 8 years. Man had scores that were like 15-0.
Delight finally won his first. I think
he didn't win it with Gen G, but he won it with Peanut here. Yeah. Yeah,
Zayus won his fourth international.
Yeah, he has 2 worlds, EWC in this one, so that's 4.
Yeah.
Who's the jungler? Peanut. He has first. MSI, 10 LCK trophies.
Who did he get MSI with again?
Faker, back in 2017.
Oh,
it's been 8 years since he won without Faker.
He's that old as shit. Okay, never mind. I
remember when he first started.
I was like, did he win with Day One or something? I was like, okay. God damn. Okay.
And who was it? Zeka. He's won Worlds.
Yeah.
He won LCK. He had never won domestically until literally last year in summer.
Yep.
He's won domestically twice now, and he's won international. Viper, we already won Worlds, and he won LPL, and he won LCK. Now he won this. God.
And then next year he's gonna go to LTA and win that because
why not?
With that State Farm thing, it's free real estate. LTA is free real estate. That's what it is. I'm gonna speak about LTA real quick.
Go ahead.
LTA is free. All of LTA North is South free real estate. Let this year play out. For next year, go back to C below and LCS.
Right?
It's
Please.
already one split, and we already know that CBLO's think about it. The team that beat us last year wasn't even a CBLO team. It was R7, and that was 100 Cs they beat. It was like CBLO. What it showed us was LTA is above both of the minor region teams, except the LCP or whatever they are. Our best team, and this is a pivot to segue to what we're going to talk about. Team Liquid was not the best team in the LTA. Like, honestly, I don't know who was the best team in the LTA.
I'll be honest here. If we just don't send them, I think they just don't get fifth. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, and I'm
there's no way Cloud9 would have committed Cloud9. There's no way I believe that though. I just can't, because the same issues keep popping up with Cloud9. Imagine them losing to fucking CFO. Like, guys, I don't think it's better. The only team that I actually believe that has a chance at adaptability but can't win the tournament but would do a little bit better is like FlyQuest. But
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but their problem, but they have glaring weaknesses too. But I feel like they know how to adapt better, even against better opposition. Guys, I promise you, Cloud9 losing to these teams the way Team Liquid did would have made it almost even worse.
Yep.
We saw Reaper yell at them. Yeah, guys, they were losing against Brazilian. They were losing against LTA teams at the tournament and scrims. That's why he was yelling at them. They were losing to Brazilian teams. Get your fucking mind. We saw what that happened on stage. They were losing 8 Brazilian teams.
Yeah, he was losing loud in Pain. They were like what Pain was doing against 100 Cs. But 100 Cs is one of those teams, their momentum. If their momentum starts spiking up, they're going to beat you. Cloud9's the opposite. If Cloud9 feels like they're going to lose, they're going to more likely throw into, I look at it, I think the team that, I think it's between FlyQuest and 100 Cs. Like, I think 100 Cs switching to FBI was the better move. Yeah. I think Tomo was good. But not as a long term.
You also got to realize like ceiling too. Like you're like, okay, he's good. He did save the year for them, which is fine.
Not long term.
If you're thinking long term, can I win a trophy with this guy? Yeah. Yep.
No, he was never good long term. Like he did help the team get to World, and whatever they did. But looking back at it, honestly, I think Team Liquid might have been it's between them and FlyQuest. Like FlyQuest's glaring weakness is top. No, sorry. Their glaring weakness could sometimes be bot. It's all over because it's mix and match where FlyQuest's weaknesses are. We know, like we know where Team Liquid's glaring weaknesses are. We saw it. It's the top 3. Like Yeon looked like the best player on Team Liquid. Wasn't even close. And if I'm Steve, right? Steve's
yes, yeah.
Jack is Cloud9, Steve is
Team Liquid. Yeah, you're right.
If I'm Steve, you need to make a move. Somebody has to go, in my opinion. To me, it's gotta be Team. It's gotta be Umpty. I think Umpty has reached his peak, he's not gonna get any better. He showed us.
If he even had a peak in general.
There was times where I felt like he was doing well. Like when you look at Umpty, he can't build correctly. He
can't team fight.
He can't team fight. He
can't jungle path properly.
Yes, he doesn't show us that. Oh, why am I building the energy? He doesn't have game awareness. And people said, "What's game?" Someone asked me today in Pokemon, "What's game awareness?" It's like when you notice, like if you know the board state, you sometimes don't progress your own board state because your opponent's board state is slow. In a sense, you match momentum. In a sense, if you know your team's not building, if you know your team is or your opponent's team is building something that's easy to shred through, you don't need to build something that's tank. You're like, all right, cool. Let me build this. I can just match, get power. You need power. You don't need power to shred. You just need power because these people are Like it's like why are you building Leandries? We can just build something that's gonna do more damage faster. It's like
literally he just and it's also one of the big problems with Team Liquid where Impact is getting to the point where he can't play anything fine. He used to just be a really, really good weak side tank player that could give your team a lot of options. He can't even do that probably anymore. We're talking about just internationally, because if we're talking about domestically, it doesn't matter because the region's fucking butthole.
Yeah.
Anything could go, right? But internationally, that's a weakness. Umpty is just Umpty, and that's a 4v5. That doesn't count for shit. APA just, well, he's not gonna. You can't count on him to effectively, be clutch and carry games. You have Eon and Core JJ, who can be a good bot lane, but that can only get you so far.
Exactly.
And Umpty effectively doesn't even like gank for bot at all really well, as we've seen, Like, we're at this point now where, I mean, LTA is the worst region. Good job, Riot. You rebranded, and LTA is still the worst region. Well, to be fair, the LCS was one of the worst regions anyway before the rebrand. Like, god damn, Humble Life winning. I mean, guys, Korea is probably just going to win everything at this point. I'm sorry, it's just kind of what it is. Like, LPL being the second best region, it's only just kind of like a default because it's really just kind of no one better. But CFO also beat, Top Esports as well, I did watch the LCP a little bit, and they were the best team anyway, honestly. Like, and they have some good players on that roster, like Kai Wing. He's been to international events before. You have Daga, who is a good ADC. That mid laner they do have is very, very talented. Like, it kind of sucks that I wanted a CFO Hama Life fucking finals, but we didn't get that because CFO chose to not play the first two games at all, honestly. And then what else ended up happening? Yeah, Karmine Corp. I mean, it started out really, really bad for them.
Yeah, and then there was rumors that it was that they weren't able to scrim because they didn't have time. Teams were ducking. I'm like, it's one of those things where I do understand it, but sometimes it's like that's
but the performance level that they had against teams on their level was concerning. Like, I understand not getting meaningful practice can hurt your team performance. That's understandable. But the teams are facing your CFO and Team Liquid. They're not facing like other top Korean teams, Also, here was Team Liquid's farewell post on social media. God, it's the same shit with Fnatic. This is the same shit Fnatic does. And I understand this happens every single time a team bombs.
You gotta do it for marketing. It's marketing day. You gotta give it, have your fans.
This was a very disappointing way to exit the tournament. We showed so much dominance in our first game. Yeah, it's not about how you start, but how you finish.
But cannot maintain a level throughout the remainder of the event. Neither the players nor the staff, and especially not the fans, are satisfied with what we've shown here. We will be back as Split 2 with lessons learned and always pushing ourselves to be better. We're sorry for letting the LTA down. Please send love, not hate. Okay, all that,
I swear.
This is one of those. No. Yeah. This is one of those copy and paste things. Like, as someone who took marketing a lot and like public relations.
No, I don't disagree on that. I was just gonna bring up. This feels like the same shit they wrote when they bombed at a Worlds.
Yeah, this is probably it. You just all you gotta do is you take out Split 2. You said we'll be back next year and all that. It's probably literally the same thing. We just woke up. Is it what's worse watching the VODs? And it's the worst region. They'll just slot forward. Okay, Eon's really good. Your team now is.
Could someone please tell me why we get eliminated if Top Esports and KC had the same score, no tie breaks?
KC won 4 games, Top Esports 2, and T was 2. So KC was certified third, but Top Esports head-to-head, that was the issue. It was the head-to-head. But if we won head-to-head against KC, it's like I said, it's so...
Yeah, that's the Jake system. Yeah, and keep in mind, first stand guides is a horrible format. Please tell me they're going to fix this next year.
But it didn't even matter anyway.
Well, the same thing I criticized last year with EWC. If you're going to do this, why is it single elimination best of 3s? Why can't it just be best of 5s? Single elimination best of 5s. best of 3 single elimination.
They had enough time for best of 5 too. They had enough time.
They did, because doesn't Spring Split start like the second week of April?
Yeah,
plenty of time to play out a little bit more tournament. Actually,
no. You still could have done it in a week, but all these could have been easily a best of 5.
Yeah,
and the reason why I say that, because some of these teams were getting 2-0. Imagine it's 3-0. Shit, okay, another 45 minutes. All right, cool. Yeah. That's not hurting anybody. Oh,
keep in mind, they played all these best of series pretty much every single day. Like, guys, literally, there was a best of series every single day, effectively. So it's not a timing issue with Riot. They know they can do them faster. They just choose to have a bad format because, I don't know, fucking reasons. And, you know, I know people are a little bit newer to the scene, so they're not going to remember this. But back during Worlds 2017, a scenario like that also happened where every single team ended up with the same record. So they ended up doing basically a 3-way tiebreaker. And they did it in Worlds 2021 as well with the Gen G Team Liquid group too, where every team just beat each other. So they just did a 4-way tiebreaker to get out, honestly.
Yep.
And they all played more games to solidify who was going to get out. So I don't know the reason why it's different this time when they did it at Worlds before, you know. But I guess the only way we could probably think of it is they just wanted to just end the tournament as fast as it began, you know?
No, exactly. It's like shit. I mean, but we did get the result that we all wanted.
Oh no, as it should. I'll be honest here. If Tombow Life lost this event to any of these dog shit teams, I would have just lost faith in humanity at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine your Karmine Corp and insufferable fucking French fans after this tournament? Thank God. Yike was like, "Hey, I made my first international finals." Like, yeah, congrats, buddy. Congrats also going 0-3.
Yep.
But what's crazy, Yike is the first jungler to ever get a best of series win against a finals opponent for Europe. So every single finals Europe has been in, it's been an 0-3. So Fnatic, it's either been 1-3 or it's been 0-3. Actually, I guess if you want to count finals, yeah, because the first time was MSI 2017 with G2. That was against SKT. That was 3-1. Worlds with the IG with Fnatic, that's a 3-0. 2019 G2 3-0. And then you get this one. And it was a 3-1. It's either a 3-1 or it's a 3-0.
Exactly.
Guys, Europe is also still trash. Just pointing it out there. Karmine Corp is not good. I don't know why people think that suddenly. They're a bad, like, no way you're going to tell me Targamas is a good support player after what I saw that man do. Man should be invested. No. Man should be invested for criminal activity about how bad he was playing as a support player.
Real quick. I'm going to break down all 5 teams. Our Life, they don't need to do anything. They just cleaner early games. That's it. That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
Cleaner early game. Who else? Who is that? Karmine Corp. I'm trying to say what they need to fix on. Oh, you got to expand everyone's champion pool. It's kind of the only one that got a big champion pool, but it doesn't matter. And fix your drafting. You guys lose in drafting about 80% of the time. Holy shit. You guys, it doesn't matter. It's like, Connor picks this champion. It doesn't matter. You gave over this champion to your opponent. Yeah. Go next. GG's. Go next. That's pretty much what it is. That's Karmine Corp. Draft better and deeper champion pool. Definitely for Kalist. If you need to learn how to play Zeri and Graven. You're gonna need those two. You're gonna get that, or you learn every ADC possible. Start playing ADC Graves as possible. Like,
can Kalist have a better laning phase? The reason why Karmine Corp lose so much is because
this whole team has a better. This whole team needs a better.
We saw it against Hanwha Life, against the best team in the world.
Yep.
Just lane gapped. They got lane gapped constantly because Kalist is not. Kalista is not a good ADC. Go ahead.
But also was that there was a little shit talk between Kalista and it was more Kalista to Viper than Viper to Kalista. It was like, I guess he was trying to big dog him and Viper was just like, all right, cool, and they just beat him every time. It's like when the little Chihuahuas try to bark at the German Shepherd. The German Shepherd just looking at you like, all right, cool. It just kicks them in the head. That's what happened. It was like, yeah, laning phase. Like Calypso's just working on a whole bunch of shit. There's too much to name.
But this early one is definitely laning phase. They lose so much because their laning phases are like, well, specifically the bot lane. Like Vladdy's is usually pretty fine. Yike can get by. Kana's is usually pretty even.
Oh,
the bot lane laning phase is bad.
Oh, okay. And okay, another thing. Speaking about Yike, know who is going to be your carry champion when you pick your first champion. Stop putting. And this is who I think needs to be the carry champion. It needs to be Yike and sometimes Vladdy, and you need to look at Calypso like, do we need Calypso to carry or do we need Calypso to be a support ADC? And when I mean support ADC, I mean like a Misfortune, but Misfortune mainly there to use ult, and you're not going to be the main person getting killed. It's going to be Yike and Vladdy. Those are going to be the main two. We're going to put resources for like Calypso will get his kills when they come up, but you're going to be the main person that's going to need to help us in a team fight. Then you're not going to be the main ADC. Because I feel like if they leave through Yike and Vladdy, they'll win a lot more, in my opinion. Like, do not put all your eggs into Calypso basket. Because if he gets caught out, your team ain't winning spring, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Who else? Who's next? CFO. I don't watch enough.
We're gonna have to probably watch a little bit more.
CFO looks good from what I've seen. Early game, but then again, there's drafting too. Their drafting is kind of suspect. That and early game too. CFO falls behind early game. It's GG go next.
It feels like they struggle playing from behind if they don't get their early game lead that they like. Yeah,
get a better late game. I'm gonna do Team Liquid next.
Just get a whole team. Just get a whole new team.
I'm gonna do Team Liquid next because and this is where I said earlier I was about to roast the shit out of Top Esports. I'm about to break them down. Team Liquid. Each split, you need to get a new person. I remember I was watching David. I forgot David's last name. Video he talked about Impact might need to retire. I think this should be Impact last year. I've been saying this for years about Core JJ, but Core JJ still looks like decent enough as a supporter. This needs to be Impact last year. I like Impact, great player, but what this week showed me. Yeah, you don't got it anymore. You don't got it the way like we saw you had it last year. Like, I don't know if it's age, I don't know if it's the games. Sometimes games just pass you by, the game's too fast. But this needs to be an Impact last year. If I don't see improvement, spring and summer split, Umpty needs to be replaced. I'm saying this again. Umpty, to me, his peak where I see like what I think he could be great at it's not there. He is not there in a sense where I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, he's a great player. And like when I say peak, I'm talking about like his highest high was spring 2024. And after Team Liquid lost in the finals to FlyQuest, their mental has not been the same. You could agree or disagree to this. Something about them losing the way they did. Their mental has not been the same.
You saw that Worlds too.
Yup.
Brain fried to death.
Back in the mind, they have doubt that they're good. And Umpty saying I'm exhausted on this. I'm like, oh, okay, no. It's the same thing I said was Noah. More Noah than Judd. Get him out of here. Noah, I've been saying Noah's a good AZ, but he doesn't need to be on a team that has too much pressure on him. He needs to be on a team like if Noah was on Karmine Corp, I think he would have done great. I think he would have if Karmine Corp had Noah Jun, I think they still lose if in 4 games to Holland. But I think they win one of those 2 first series. In my opinion. I think
this will help your argument with Top Esports before we head out of here in a little bit. I'll show you this really quickly. So just make sure to bookmark this quote in your head later on when Top Esports potentially goes to Worlds.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say. I feel like we have so many issues that we don't know how to solve them right now. Okay, removal lane swap gaps with other region. Okay. Okay, that to give me a lot more feel. By the end of this year, Umti needs to no longer be on the team. They need to flex APA's contract. I'm not saying completely get rid of them, but or I forgot someone else said this. Go to a 6-man roster, put pressure on Umti. Get an actual good jungler. If you have to get a Korean backup jungler, flex or get somebody. You need to get a great jungler, a good jungler, and you need to put pressure on Umti. Because Umti right now doesn't feel pressure he could get back. He needs to know there's a motherfucker right behind him that will take your spot at any moment. The same thing with APA, but I'm gonna give APA a slight more leash. I've seen moments in AP where I'm like, all right, cool, he's good. And another moment, like,
it feels like the problem is he's very limited in what he can do as a player, but he can carry games sometimes.
But also, his champion point ain't. I saw his at one point he only had ASOL and Ziggs.
Yeah, I remember it was ASOL, Ziggs, and it was ASOL and Ziggs. Yeah,
and then his champion pool has expanded, but not by much. Fearless Draft is and after I talk about Fearless Top Esports, I'm gonna talk about why I like Fearless Draft. Fearless Draft is starting to expose some of these players. Like, holy shit, you got to limit it. Like, dang. Like,
because remember, keep in mind, in that Cassiopeia game, if it was the normal draft we used to have, he would have just went to Cassiopeia again.
Yeah.
But he couldn't go to Cassiopeia again because you can only play the champion once,
Yeah. And then if your team picks it, you can't pick it. That's how every team at LTE needs to learn how to counter pick. I mean, sometimes it's like you whatever champion pool you think you have, you need to double it. If you got 3, you need to go 6. You think you got, man, it's like, come on, you got to double your championship pool. You need to understand that these Eastern teams are just much better. They put in a lot more time. It's the whole thing where someone said, like, there's time to take rest, sleep, eat, shit, have sex if you do that, and then go back to the game. But or in Korean world, we don't have sex. I'm like,
no, predictions are too small. They don't have sex at all.
They don't.
Yeah. All they do is play league 18 hours a day.
Apparently, the population is like there's 9 million kids being born in Korea. I'm like,
oh no, that's true. Yeah, they do. They have a population problem. Yeah.
Yep. And now I'm gonna talk about but other than that, Team Liquid, Impact might need to retire this year. 6-man. If you do not replace Umti, consider getting a 6-man, get an extra jungler.
Yeah, I just don't see a world they end off this year with the same roster going into 2026. That'd be ridiculous. It's definitely getting changed. There's too many issues.
Yeon's your best player. Yeon is your best player by far, and Corday is second. The Corday is starting to look revitalized, and Impact is starting to look washed. And now we're going to talk about Top Esports. And before I talk about Top Esports, I'm gonna rank each team in first 10. First place or the number 1 team, easily the number 1 team is Hanwha Life. Not even close. Number 2, even though they did get to the finals, CFO. CFO has looked completely great. They overachieved. They were 3-1?
Yeah.
Easily the best team. Third best team. Let's go to Shotkin. Team Liquid. I'm gonna say this. I think Karmine Corp picked up better over time, but that first series of Karmine Corp, it doesn't matter if you didn't have enough practice. If you're a better team, you're going to find a way to win. Oh, we didn't have enough screens. No, all that. If this is not like when you pick up a new deck, if you had the same deck, but you did get more practice to it, you should already know how to play. If you feel like you're a better team, you should learn how to beat this team. You got tape of these teams. You go back, watch the LTA final, watch the LTA semifinal, see how these players play. most of these players play the same anyway. It's like, y'all shouldn't be losing the goddamn umpty. Like,
yeah.
Like APA out here, like it's it's like, or vice versa. Yeah, it's like if programmers really think he that good with goddamn support, then come and show it. It's like, but Team Liquid, I feel like it's Team Liquid Current Corp they're back and forth. Current Corp forward. I feel like because of the system they got it.
Yeah, because Karmine Corp finished better than them, but it wasn't because they even made top 4 because they were,
because they
like
just
CFO got them in.
Yeah, they just have to win more overall games. And now we're gonna break down Top Esports. To me, Top Esports was the worst team in first team. They looked horrible. They only beat a Team Liquid team that I feel like was already demoralized by losing in the way they did, in a sense. He lost to CFO, and I don't know if that mentally broke them, in a sense, or Top Esports just decided to show up that one day. But in a sense,
so they basically lost to their own brethren, the Hong Kong friends?
Top Esports, who we saw would have been the LPL, second best team. Nope. And I went back and looked at the LPA playoffs. How did JDG lose to this? How did all these teams lose to this shit-ass team? Top Esports was easily the worst team. Breakdown 369 why he old as hell. Like he looked cooked. He looked absolutely cooked. When he was on JDG, he looked great because he was around better players. But it feels like on this team, because on JDG, he was the third best player. Like, there's no debate. It was Ruler Knight, whoever you want to put first or second. 369 third. Konami was fourth because missing is still missing. And it's been 2 years. Like if you want to break down that JDG team. I don't know what the hell happened. 369 just like he looked like dog shit.
Well, a Crisp happened. Crisp is just not as good of a shot caller and a macro-oriented player as Mako. Because remember, Mako, they actually had a good line of macro there.
Trust me, I'm getting the Crisp. I'm going down.
You think he's extra crispy?
Extra. He burnt. He the chicken that flipped between the grain sitting in the bottom. When you get to it, he's blacker than black. He's black, y'all. He's blacker than black. Now we got Konami. Konami, who was on the same team with 369 2023 JDG team. He was if it wasn't for missing, Konami would have been the worst player on that team. Am I right? Easily. Missing living up to this goddamn man. I got so many jokes about that.
I'm still never gonna get over the fact that a guy got to playoffs and had a 4 KDA as a support. How does that even happen?
Yep.
I'll never understand how that happens. That makes no sense at all. The only reason why JDG can't win is because he sucks. He sucks ass.
Konami, when I go back and look at Konami, two things I see. Someone who doesn't have good game awareness of what I need to do in this moment. And 2, I just don't think he's good. I don't think he's a top 5 jungler in LPL. It's like he gets hit because he gets put on these good teams and he's just there. Oh, okay, just make sure you don't lose the game. Like, and I'm like, this team got out of LPL. What the hell's going on? I need to go back and look at all the LPL teams, but it's like I look at it, I'm just like, yeah. Not with this shit. I'm sorry. He got gapped by Yike. Didn't look much better than Umpty. He didn't look much better than Umpty.
Oh, he sure ran down some games like Umpty. He sure did.
Oh, he didn't.
That Viego one. That Viego game he ran down was just super.
I played Viego today. I thought Viego was a hard champion to play. Right? I went and played.
Pretty easy champion, right?
What? Yeah, I played him. Like, I was cheering with this motherfucking aim. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, he easy. They ain't sure I didn't realize because if you eat and you kill the wrong person, you gain that you become that champion. I'm like, I was trying to kill someone. I became Caitlyn. I got like a triple kill. I was like, oh, that's how if he kills, he becomes that champion. I'm like, he becomes whoever the first champion he kills. I'm like, and the team fight, I was like, and I was saying, I went back and saw the Konami again. I was like, oh, okay. Top Esports giving this guy right now. I was like, okay, he's trash. Konami, that's absolutely dog shit. Doesn't know. His lane phase is left to be desired. His jungler is absolute dog shit. His jungler is absolute dog shit. His map awareness. I ain't never seen the Chinese jungler map awareness be this shit. Like, holy shit. Like, god damn. It's like you got your bot lane needs help and you're nowhere to be found.
Jackie
like,
Love and Chris with laning phase. Like I don't even know what happened to their fucking laning phase this tournament. Like the team was just getting gapped everywhere.
Yep.
Drafts bad. Laning was bad. Objective setups were bad. Diving was bad.
Yep.
Skirmishing was bad.
Oh, no,
everything was bad.
I'm not gonna like Chinese drafting just is dog shit. Because they're so used to fearless draft that they just sometimes just troll picks. It's like, okay, all right, make it what they call it, Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey Mouse draft. Yeah. Speaking about Mickey Mouse draft, Cream. Yeah, he's a mid laner. Not bad.
Just not a clutch mid laner.
Oh no, not clutch at all.
It's not that he's not clutch. He also plays very bad under pressure too.
He drives manual because he ain't got no clutch gene in him. God damn, he got no clutch gene. He's
if Top Esports had Scout, I guarantee they would look a lot better than they did with Green.
Easy.
Because Scout, I think is one of the best mid laners in the world. But then again, when you play on JDG, you sign up for JDG shenanigans no matter what the year is, honestly. And they still choose to play with Missing after all these years. Hey, Missing, you got us an international trophy. We love you. I don't know why.
He's still missing. I'm still looking for him. Like, it's been about a year some change. Have you seen game 4? Have you seen that game 4 of T1 JDG semifinals? Where is he? I got a better chance of finding Carmine San Diego and Waldo
or Hong. Hong when he picked Blitzcrank in that game 3 was just, oh my god, Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
Sparkle said, "What game? How do you watch esports? You just kind of subscribe to the LOL Esports YouTube channel when they have streams and games going. That's pretty much it.
Jackie Love.
Overwatch is for losers. Just saying, Overwatch is for literal losers.
Overwatch it's all right. It's one of those games I'd rather play than watch. Jackie Love.
Yeah.
Disappointing. Just disappointing.
Someone who's supposed to be like a top ADC.
Disappointing. Absolute disappointing.
Yeah. He should not be in the conversation with some of the best Korean ADCs.
Oh, God, no, not even close.
Well, they play League. Most players talking about right now play League.
And Crisp? Yeah. Crisp was on Weibo last year, right?
What was he on? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was on Weibo last year.
He looked bad then.
And the year before. I'm not going to give them shit for 2023. They overachieved in 2023. Oh, but they got to the finals. They got 3-0. Like they should have. Oh, no.
They literally only got there because BLG just choked.
Yeah, I was like, oh, BLG didn't choke it. I went back. Oh, yeah. Okay, game fight. Yep, they choked. They choked 2 team fights back to back with Weibo and Yagao, something about Yagao, and I don't know, Chinese buff. Because he can't do it against a Korean team, but he can do it against a Chinese team. He has a Chinese buff where he'll get to the finals. And then Deshaun turned back into a pumpkin. Chris now. You got a better ADC. Is it right to say who's better, Elk or Jackie Love? I think potential-wise, no, not Elk.
I think Elk has a higher skill. Elk definitely has a higher skill ceiling, I would say.
No, not Elk. Who's the ADC on Weibo?
Oh my god! Fuck! Jeez! He was really. I've always liked him. He's always really, really good. Fuck!
Is he still playing?
Not LWX, not him. Light.
Light.
Is it Light? I'm pretty sure it's Light. The ADC.
Yes, Light. Light and Chris. Yeah. Light Crispy. Yeah, I remember that
Like
was
Chris,
the name. Like,
good Lord, man,
Light
holy
Crisp.
shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dracula, you would say is better than Light, right?
Yeah, like it all can be very interchangeable, I would say.
Because because you said before it was Mako. Mako is the support for top
Yeah,
esports.
it looked a lot better with Mako
Oh yeah,
last
no,
year.
easily. I was thinking of the
Crisp and Jackalope just don't work.
Chris looked better than Late. I say their gameplay like fit each other, but yeah, I look at I look at
When
Jack Love.
I'm trying to see when
I
somebody
look at
split two starts.
like
When does all this shit start?
it's next week. It's not next week, but the week after that, the 24th. That means it's literally next week. So I'm start literally next.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, because that's what I wanted to bring up before we head into this episode, which is it starts literally not this week, but the following week, the 24th. Because on Law Esports, the website, it says March 21st.
Yeah,
So that's
it
going to
starts.
be
Yeah, that's me. That's the official Monday. There might not be any games Monday, but that's when the season 2 starts because they have to go by Monday. Yeah, that's me. There might not be some games too that weekend. That's me. Because Chris looked. I'm not gonna say disappointed because I didn't really have any expectations of him. He just looked bad. Same thing, Laney Faye's bad, but Top Esports had a whole draft dip. They were, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. To me they were the worst team, just worst potential, like worst upside. They when I look at them, I was like, I had them at second. Hololive was always my first team. I was like, Hololive should win this. There's no team. I think Top
Remember I
Esports.
told you it's gonna be Homolife against the field. That's what I said. Homolife, and then you pick the field.
Not a big field.
No. I'll say for people that were going to be watching the tournaments, you pick Homolife or you go with the field.
Oh yeah,
and I'm pretty sure you go with Homolife.
I'll pick Hanwha. I was like, okay. I said Top Esports would probably be the one that challenged, and I was like, I was absolutely wrong. I was like, honestly, it was CFO and or current Corp that challenged them more. I'm like, Top Esports was like that hoe that just bent over and just let you put it in her butt. It's like, God damn, you was that easy? They was out here just fucking 369 again.
Trying. I refuse to believe Zeus put in any effort into this tournament other than the actual finals.
No.
Fund champions. They first time champions on stage in their whole careers.
This is when I knew Zeus was like.
Actually, man, when have we watched Homolife and we've seen Viper pick Jin willingly first? I remember a lot of times he's picked Jin. One person I know that I know's picked Jin's willingly first is like Gumayusi.
Yep.
For some reason, he just loves that champion. But
this is how I.
Go ahead.
No, this is how I know Hololive was playing with their food. When they picked Quinn I was like, Quinn. I was like, and Team Liquid barely won that. I was like, oh god, yeah, no, LTA might be the worst region. We are. And it's like, think about it. If Team Liquid was the best we had, we're done. We're done. LTA, I hope you bring because what? No, MSI is somebody from North to South. I mean, we got to bring a South team. Oh fuck,
MSI man. Is 2 teams. Yeah, that's the 2 teams.
But one of them got to be the South. Oh god.
Does it? I forgot how the split format
one
works.
Of them has to be South. That's me.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because they don't cross over again until the end of summer.
Summer can be 2 north and the south. That means we technically lose a spot. That means it's pretty much the top 2 teams of LA, LTA North, or whoever. I forgot how the thing goes.
No, you're right, because they only do conference play the first and the third time of the year when it comes to those splits. The springtime. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we get to send it. Oh God, sending a Brazilian team doesn't even count, man.
It doesn't count.
They're trash.
Just hope if the team with licorice on it, that we can have just somebody, because overall, how I feel about first stand, it was disappointing because it was very predictable. There was a lot of chaos, but at the end, we got the ending we deserved. It was
what in the butt?
Me gonna be your butt, Miss Sparkles. Keep playing around.
God
You gonna
damn.
fuck around and find out.
God.
One time you ain't gonna be shit right for a month.
One time she told me to one time in the chat, remember she told us to make her. I'm like, oh my god, don't do that.
Yeah,
I'll don't do that.
I'll cream Miss Sparkles.
I have to just suck the shit out of your asshole, thumb in or thumb out. I'm joking. So
hair pulling just dog style.
It's this just felt like lower quality LCK. Like LCK best of fives was better than this. Your butt is ugly. Lies. I'm still gonna be inside of it.
I'm cracking them cheeks, Miss Sparkles.
Oh God, man.
Busting around your face.
So for next year, all I would say is like, is there a possible way you can add in more teams? That way it could be an even amount of teams. So that way if tiebreakers are a possibility, maybe it could happen.
What they need to do is split LTA back to LCS C below. Let C below come in, they get fisted, and then boom, that's how you get 16s. There shouldn't be, if you're doing first stand, you need to have even amount of regions. Unless you make it go 10 teams. You take the top 2 teams.
Unless it's PCS did second. Oh no, they didn't. Europe would get a second seed. Like they could do whoever finished in the finals, because they know Korea is too good. Yeah. Maybe the person to finish in the finals gets another team. But then people would say, well, that's not fair to Korea. If they win, they don't get their extra team, so you can't do that.
That's the thing. That's why you have to make it where
because you can't give, like you said earlier, you can't give Korea an extra team because that's just automatically that's a Korea final, and you shouldn't give. In theory, you'd be like, okay, the finalists should get it. Well, then why are you rewarding Europe for just being in the finals? That
Yeah.
So I don't know what they could do instead of just having. I would say just have more best of 5s and best of 3s. Then I would say, but they want the tournament to go a little bit more like faster in the early games.
Yeah.
In the early game, I would just say have 1 or 2 more days of best of 3s to get an actual record that would have teams play against each other more than once, though, like they did it when it came to Worlds. Have the teams play against each other more than one time, just once, guys. The fucking spring split doesn't begin till the 24th. They were turboing best of 3s constantly.
Yeah.
That's all I asked for. Just have the teams play against each other more than once. But so at this point now, let's see. Okay, so the spring split, the second season, starts on the 24th. So I'm pretty sure the LPL or the LCP are going to begin. I will do my best to watch more LCP. I was watching it. I just kind of fell off because I have a lot of shit I got to do, guys, as you guys know. So what is the next episode we're going to do? It's potentially on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So what are we going to do? Are we going to do like tier list, right?
Tier list. We're going to, if you want to do Thursday and Sunday, we can break down 2 regions, break down each team, what they need to do.
Yeah, we'll probably do LEC Thursday and we'll do LTA Sunday.
No, yeah. I was thinking LEC and LTA because those are.
On Thursday? Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Just those 2, break down each team, what they need to do to win.
And then I was gonna say we could just take Sunday off next week before the spring split starts, because as you guys know, when these seasons start, we're in it, for the rest of the year. Like there's only various pockets of time where we can have like rest. So we'll have one more show for you guys on Thursday around what? Same time? About 7 PST? Yeah. Yep. And then we'll take the 23rd off. So we're going to have a show on the 20th. Then we'll have the 23rd off. And then we'll just come back refreshed on Thursday when we have gameplay to watch potentially, because they did say the spring split starts on 24th. So Thursday will give us enough time to be like, okay, at least if there's games, we can watch those. Because the LEC won't be beginning until Saturday. It has to be LCK. Has to be. LCK and LPL will have to play. Because the LTA doesn't play to the weekends, and the LEC too. So we know we'll have like some games to talk about. So yeah, anything else you want to say before we head out? Actually,
crazy tournament. Congrats to Our Life for winning. Thank goodness the world is all there. Yep, that means there is Hanwha Life with some T1 and Genji inspiration on the team. That's me. How like even though Hanwha won, T1 and Genji are the parents in a sense because Hanwha is our kid until they win World or MSI. Yep, that's me. Korea runs League of Legends esports. Because tell me another region that's even close to the amount of championships we got.
The LPL used to be, but doesn't matter now because they just ran it down.
Yep. LPL won what? They
won Worlds 3 times, EDG, IG, FPX, and then they won the MSIs, RNG, and JDG, but it feels like they can't even win against the LCK anymore. Because if the LCK is ever playing on all full if the LCK is ever playing on like 100%, they're better most of the time. You know? Like even an all Chinese roster can't even beat them. And I think BLG is great, honestly. I think BLG is a really good team.
First of all, an all Chinese roster ain't never going to win because even with the Chinese team, you need a Korean player on the team.
Oh, no. Now he's oh, no.
Am I wrong?
You know, the teams that did win have had Korean players. IG had the Shy rookie. FPX had Gimgun. To be fair, I will say Gimgun was not the reason why they won, but they did have Doinby, and he's also Korean. And well, EDG had Viper. I'm pretty sure as you guys have seen Viper, I'm pretty sure you guys could pretty much say he's a good AC.
Yeah.
You know when James was saying when James thought that Gumayusi was better, I was like, no, they're the same. They're both equal. They're not. It's like a 1A, 1B. If someone said, "Would you rather have Gumayusi or Viper?" I'd be like, I don't know. I get to have either one. Either one sounds great. You can sign me up for either one of them. You know, when he was like Viper's worse, I was like, dude, he's not worse. Come on, I was like, bro, you're doing crack. You're actually doing drugs. And I'm pretty sure Viper just proved to you guys that he could easily be the best ADC in the world, as he just showed. You know,
if we did like a top 5, like of like each position, like in the league now, I think top 5 ADCs are going to be Korean, more or less.
Have to be, yeah. Oh, Ruler would have to be on. Man, I would put Pays over Ruler right now. Looking at how
Pays over Ruler, but Pays is Korean, playing for a Chinese team.
Damn.
Pays, Ruler, Guma, Viper,
I'm gonna have to go Viper. I mean, Smash. He played really, really good too.
Smash, Guma.
Are you saying that he smashed? Nope. Can't do the joke. Nope. Good luck digging through the local dump for it. What the hell? Find my bet. You guys are crazy. Oh my god, you guys are insane. Miss Sparkles is hitting on me. She's out here trying to like get fucking destroyed in bed if we have sex. Crazy woman. Oh my goodness. All right. You got any videos coming up that you want to shill?
I got a Marco Watch that should be out in the morning. I'm working on the thumbnail right now. Other than that, I might have another Marco Watch out Monday. I should have either out Thursday or Friday. And then I can't remember because I'm not gonna do any Pokemon meta related stuff until Atlanta. Because I'm too. I might do like what my what I would play if I was going to Atlanta kind of thing. Like my top 5. I'm not gonna do like these are my top 5 decks. I think like people will play going to Atlanta and then upload it from there. Other than that, not too much. I still gotta do the set release for Journey Together. I went to pre-release this weekend. A lot of people were pulling good stuff. Good for them. I didn't pull anything too crazy, but I ended up winning turn 1 twice, dogging my opponent. Just like I had a deck that was just so OP. It was disgusting. Pokemon fun. I do have a video coming out. I'm working on a long script on how I want it might be a 2-parter. It's the good and bad of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the good and bad of Pokemon. That's it. If I was to put it together, it'd be almost like an hour and a half long. Well, maybe closer to an hour. That's me. Just be on the lookout for that. Hit the sub button, if you want to, watch those videos. I ended up uploading to a Facebook group, and a whole bunch of people were watching. I was like, oh shit, yeah. It was like I said, go pick these up. People might start picking, I put it in a Pokemon Facebook group.
That's what I do. I'll share the I don't have to share the main channel videos, though those always just do well just because.
Yeah.
But I'll share my comic book videos and they always do well. And what I've noticed is if you share them on Facebook sometimes, they have a weird algorithm where like if your video is hitting a certain amount of views, it'll just grow more over time.
Yeah.
I had one where I talked about like a Superman event coming up for DC later this year, and it just did way better. I was like, what the hell? Like, this is fine. So that's what I always tell people that if you can share your videos to Facebook, always just kind of share them in groups you can of similar interests, honestly.
Exactly.
But yeah, as you guys know, for me, update on the Cloud9 podcast. Next episode, we'll be back here this Thursday coming up with our usual show. We're taking the 23rd off because if we don't take a break right now going into spring, I'll fry myself watching this much league. So, you know, taking Sunday off, gonna just go and pull my wife's hair or pound her, give her like 4 back shots and blow a load in her.
Play more Pokemon. I'm just like at the point where I just want to play more Pokemon. No, I mean this one's cool. Okay, I'm real quick.
Later. I gotta head out right now because someone's waiting for me. But yeah, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, and we'll see you guys later.